Hi my friends, welcome back to a new video. It is February, so here I am with my February illustrations. I'm going to talk a little bit about them and then I'm going to be finishing up my daily pages. So here we go. But before I start, I also want to let you guys know that look, not all pages are in their finished stage. I usually do a test run a few days before releasing them on my Patreon, so I do a little bit of changes. I usually add more things to it. I don't like to have a lot of white space. I don't want to waste much paper, so I try to fill in as much space as possible. So yeah, not all of them are finished, but here they are. Also, I spilled some coffee on some of mine. It's a little bit messy. Apologies about that. So these are the little monthly pages. These are the numbers. I love colorful numbers. I like my numbers either to be very colorful or more simple, so I can match it with other items on my... These are the days. I love how they came out. I absolutely love the background that I came up with, so I used it in a lot of other things like these. So I wrote up just like thoughts, weekend, catch up, the end, weekend, and I multiplied it. And then a little bit of Avatar inspired. I wanted to do more. I found Avatar themed elements to be very time consuming. I don't know, it's just the movie is so beautiful. I wanted to make something beautiful to go with it, and I found it to be quite difficult. And then Valentine's Days, we don't make a big deal out of it. We just remember it really briefly. But of course I had to do a sheet with lots of hearts on it, some chocolates, little roses, love bugs, and then I don't know, a lot of creatures. I was just in a mood to draw a lot of unusual creatures, I guess. And this reminds me of headache. I wanted to draw up something that resembles a headache. Well, that's what I came up with. And moving on, I think this is my favorite page, just because the pen that I used is very textured and I love the effect that it gave to the illustrations. Yeah, I really like this page. And then just these are little patches that you can put on your page, and I love to just give it a little bit of pop of color when you're not in the mood to do any illustrations, just something colorful. And my daughter pulled it out the printer too soon, but I love these little, I don't even know what they are, little acorns. Then one of my patrons asked for some meditation related, yoga related illustrations. Actually, she suggested quite a few, but this is what I came up with. A meditating little girl and in lotus pose, and then some lotus flowers. And I love writing tools, so more pencils. I think that is something that comes back again and again on my illustrations, is pencils, pens, writing tools, drawing tools, and fairies. So now this page looks really different on my Patreon because I filled these white spots. I asked my sister and my family members if this is too much. But I left it as it is because I liked it. So a fairy can be a little bit naughty. And the minis, which I released in my 5. Oh, I'm missing one. Okay, so I'm missing one. I have to add it. I have to edit it. But the minis in the $5 tier, I always print those on translucent paper just because I tend to use these in my weeks. But I think the elements are too big this month. Maybe these. Yeah. Hi guys, voiceover me here. How are you doing? This video has been sitting on my laptop forever, so I wanted to do a little bit of chatting with you guys. Not all the way because I know I tend to blabber a lot, but I did want to do a little voiceover. I was finishing up my January pages and I'm still kind of sticking to my backgrounds, being as minimal as possible. I do find myself wanting to stick down a lot of things, but I still leave enough space for me to journal in the middle. I cannot believe that January is over and we're already in 1 week into February. I don't know about y'all, but I feel like the time is just absolutely flying away. I guess that's what happens when every minute of your day is pretty much calculated. I seriously need to take it a little bit more easy. I try to, but it's kind of hard with 2 kids. There's always something to do. If it's not the kids, it's the house, the kitchen, laundry, all of those mundane things. But I am proud to say that I have been adding magic to my days, just taking at least a few moments, just sitting outside on my balcony, relaxing with no phone, no tablet, maybe just my journal, my sketchbook. I grab it, I sit outside, enjoy the view, the chirping of the birds, watch the clouds. We've been having really nice weather here in California, so I'm glad. It feels like spring, the trees are blooming, so I'm expecting myself to draw a lot of flowers and blooms in March's collage sheets. Also birds. I've been seeing lots of birds, listening to birds, hummingbirds, swallows, all of those springy stuff. Also, I do want to mention that today I talked to my dad and my sister over Viber and saw the devastating earthquake that happened in Turkey. And I just want to say my heart goes out to everybody affected by this in Turkey, Syria. It was absolutely, the images that I saw on YouTube was absolutely heartbreaking. The buildings collapsing, children crying, people buried under so much rubble and rocks, and it's just, I can't even imagine what they are going through. My heart is going out for them. I am keeping them in my prayers, in my thoughts, and I'm pretty sure they're going to be opening some kind of helpline where people can donate for those affected. So I guess I'll keep an eye on that because I really want to contribute, and I hope everybody who watches this video considers it as well. I know everybody has their own baggage that they carry. We all have our crosses to carry, but when we help others, it makes our burden a little bit lighter. Okay, but on a different note, I want to get back to my video, and I guess I'm gonna be testing myself, see how much I remember of these days. My memory should be quite refreshed looking at the video. I know I remember just being a bit overthinking lately how I place my images and pictures on the page. I don't want it to be too boring always on the side, but I still want to keep that space in the middle open for memory keeping. And we did have quite a few days. I believe on Saturday we went out with the kids. We went to the beach, we had dinner. That was really, really nice, just being close to the ocean, the smell of the ocean, the fresh air, the sound of ocean is just so soothing and relaxing. I know my oldest daughter absolutely loves the ocean. She loves the beach. She wanted to get into the water. Of course we couldn't. It was too cold. It is still too cold even though the sun is shining. Besides, I will never put my foot in this water. It just looks so dirty and green. Otherwise, I already printed out pocket pams, illustrations, and Jenny May June is back on Patreon, you guys. That is so awesome. I missed her so much. It's so nice to have her back. Yet on this, when I was filming, I didn't know about it just yet, so I didn't have her images printed. But since then I printed it out, and you'll be seeing that in my journals very soon. Also, the pictures were a little bit messed up again. When I sat down to journal, I realized that I didn't have any pictures printed out, so I just used up some leftover pictures from other days. Later on, I went back and updated the pages, but that was totally spontaneous. Speaking about photos, I am enjoying the tinier pictures. I know last year I only wanted my pictures to be big, but now I am more into my monthly pages in my A5. So those tiny pictures, I just like to glue them down on those monthly pages. So I've been enjoying pictures big or small. It is also better if you have the Canon selfie picture printer. You get way more pictures on just one page. I know most of you already know this, but I am just now starting to enjoy those tiny pictures. And besides, I was thinking I have them digitally anyways. It's not like this is the only format that I'm gonna have the pictures. Or who knows, maybe I'm talking too soon. God knows what happens and something crashes and all we're gonna be left over with is printed out pictures. But all you need is a magnifying glass. There's a way around it. However, yes, I have been enjoying the tiny pictures as well. Also, I have not been, now looking at my pages, I have not been taking enough pictures of myself. I'm just going through this phase of not liking what I look like. I never really liked how I look like on pictures, but I am working on posting more pictures about myself. Because I take pictures of everybody and then I forget to take pictures of myself. Anyways, you guys, I am going to end it right here. I'm going to end blabbering. I did not film myself writing in the journal. I just did that privately. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you for tuning in and watching my video. I really appreciate each and one of you. Special shout out and thank you to my Patreons who make this video possible. Thank you so much, and until the next time, I love you guys. Stay safe. Bye bye.
Thank you.